Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all the honors and the praises and the glory belongs to my Lord and Savior, whose name is Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahabashai, Bahasham, Wahavakar Kwadash. The name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh. His Son's name is Yahabashai, in who I reverence, and honors to the apostles that are in the Holy Spirit and to the hopeful elect across the globe, and to the few, the very, very few brothers and sisters listening and also learning in the hopes of being saved within these last days. This lesson, I am here to give you as much edification as possible of what's really going down. Alright? We believe in Yahweh Shai, right? So if you believe in Yahweh Shai, He's in control. Okay, you believe that, right? But remember, Satan, we've done previous lessons on it. Satan also has what? An army. Satan also has what? Technology. And this is what basically it's going to be based upon. I don't want to give any credit to technology or science, but we're going to go into everything. And everything brothers are going through. So-called gang stalking, right? Which gang stalking, it really goes further back than East Germany, the Stasi regime. It really goes further back than that. But you're going to find out this whole society is being manipulated and it's being controlled. The only ones that are not are the ones that are in Yahweh Shai. Now, is there certain things you can manipulate within our lives? Yes. But in terms of the elect believing, they believe in Yahweh Shai. But everybody out here is being manipulated. We're going to go into it. There's a lot of information I've got. And I noticed I'm starting to watch different brothers, their videos. And I noticed some brothers are looking at, well, what's going on? Well, it's called targeting. We're going to get into it. I want to start with 1 Corinthians, right? 2 and 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So he's able to get an advantage, one up on you, if you're not studying. And really, we stick to the scriptures, but you still got to be studious and know his devices, what he uses, right? And we're going to go into these devices, what he's using, and why, since the beginning of, mid-2022 and the starting of 2023, why have people been acting so strange? Well, we're going to find out. And yet, it has everything to do with demons, but there's demons attached to technology, right? See, these cars, they were not speeding up. Prior to me starting this video, these cars were not speeding at all. Okay? And a lot of people are going to say, oh, mate, you're looking into stuff. Let's start off. Come on. So, we're going to start off on these unconscious groups. Okay, you have people walking around, you have people doing things, right? Whether they're conscious of it, whether they're not. It's called unconscious groups being manipulated, those that come up against us. And yes, this happens through tech. We're going to get into it. As pawns. So these people, they're just pawns being used. No matter who it is, they're being as pawns, right? In spiritual warfare, because we always got to remember, this is spiritual. Don't get carried away. Oh, but the tech, they can do this. It's spiritual, because there's a spiritual aspect connected to technology as well. Because everything is spiritual, and everything in the spiritual controls the physical. And it says, games are being used as a distraction. Spiritual war games are being used as a distraction while they plug the groupthink, right? Groupthink. So it's a group of people, reality bubbles. So this is a groupthink. It's like virtual reality type thing. They call it the metaverse. Well, that's what's being done now. You're in the so-called metaverse right now. Right? You got a phone, you got a laptop, you got smart devices, they can hack into that. That's how you get trapped, because someone can hack into it. Okay? AI weapons what are designed as what surveillance systems. So people are basically being used. So brothers, don't get frightened. You see all these people walking erratically your way, bro. They're being manipulated by technology, right? As soon as they see something on their phone, they go to it. You don't know what they're being told, but we're gonna get into it. Okay, and these AI weapons are designed as surveillance system. That's what it is. AI. What's AI? Artificial intelligence. It's artificial, right? So even that gives it away. If something's artificial, it's not quite the real deal. Okay, it's artificial intelligence of mind control hive net. So that's what it is. It's a mind control hive net. Yeah, it's used for mind control. Does it work? To a certain extent. Okay, and it's hive net. That's why people are acting in a hive mentality. This is a sinister project, basically like virtual reality. It's sinister. There's nothing good about it. All right. I'm not going to go into it. The AI network is based on mental mapping, right? So that's what's being done, right? Mental mapping of what? Your mind, your brain, right? And it's a collective brain neural links. So it acts as a collective. So they merge what? Thoughts together, right? And catches emotions and processes them emotions as well in real time. And can you beat? Yes, you can beat it, because Yahushua, he can beat everything. And what's the major thing you do? Once you change your routes, and you can change routines and repetitive routines, you can do that, right? Because once you do that, guess what? It messes up the whole order of how they do things. Because it's based on predictive. It's based on predictive programming. That's what it's based upon, right? We're gonna get into it. And they try to manipulate human activity of the brain. So they're trying to mess with your brain. Okay, and they do this through 5G. It's linked up to 5G. Okay, it's linked up to 5G. Okay. And it says Baba Kasha, and they collect data to control the so-called timelines. So they think they're controlling the timelines. They're not controlling anything, right? To control the timelines. But who controls the time? Yahweh Shai. This man thinks he's God, but he's not God, right? Therefore, they have simulations, pretend or make pretend. These are simulations. Everything we're seeing, even the cars going past, you may think, no, they don't. Bro, it's a simulation that we are in. It's a if you didn't know that, now you know. One big simulation, right? This is what it is, it's pretend or to pretend. And a lot of people are pretending, but they don't realize they're being manipulated as well by this technology, right? So this is happening. So we can say technology, but really they're being manipulated by Satan, because Satan, we already went into that, right? Satan has what? Control over the left-hand side and technology, lying, signs and wonders. So this is what's happening. This is what's happening in real time. Okay? And it says Baba Kasha. Therefore they have simulations, and also be or to have or to feed, excuse me just a minute, to feel sensory. They're also using sensory tactics as well. Yeah. Light, right? They're using sensory, they're using light. All these things they're using. These are all tactics. Okay. Sensory, lights, traffic, vehicles as I'm seeing right now. Right? In order to keep society running, to give you that illusion that society's running ever so nicely. Bro, you should know the truth, John 8:32, and you should know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. You cannot fool the elect. And one may say, well, no, they're just driving to get from place to place. Yes, they are, but it's still a simulation. They're simulating. It's a pretend. They're the ones that are keeping the matrix alive. They are the matrix. Don't you get? They are the matrix. Your workers, right? Your engineers, your carpenters, your policemen. They make up your hospitals, your ambulance services. They make up the matrix. Your police systems, your fire brigades, your court systems, your school system. They make up the matrix. It's all around you. You could smell it, right? You could see it. It's all around you. That's a true statement. But now you wake up to the truth. You're able to see past that. This is why the elect, they're not of this world. And that's why Esau, he's getting scared. He needs to, bro, you know you hold weight in the spiritual realm when Esau needs to set up people to live around you, monitor you 24/7, to try and change your perception. This is how powerful the elect are. Stop being fooled. It's one big simulation. It's been that way from when you were born. It's just that you may have seen tiddy bits of it. You may have not seen all of it, but now you see it. All of it. Right? All of it. So it doesn't really matter how much people surround you, you're able to see it. And they hate that. They want you to be asleep like them. Right? So they also use lights and sensories by noise, whole other thing, noise, scratching, the brakes. So you're telling me, what, 5, 10 people, 10 cars are gonna come past your house and all the brakes just seem to have no fluids upon it and they just screech? Yeah, really. Someone told you to do that. You fucking idiot. Right? This is what these people, they're controlled, they're manipulated, they're easily manipulated. Right? What's the likeness that you're gonna get 10 cars driving past your flat or your hostel or your household and they all have squeaky brakes? They were told to do that, whether it was a phone call or whether it was technology. All right? But we know Satan is involved also, because this is spiritual. All right? So, I'm just, brothers, sisters, I'm going to give you everything I can so you could be strong in this fight of faith, so you know what's going on. All right? So basically, all this is happening so they can keep society running and give you that illusion. Right? But according to the scripture says the grinding is ceasing. Right? When you go to Ecclesiastes 12, check this out. This is Ecclesiastes 12. Remember now the Creator in the days of their youth, while the evil days come not. So we're supposed to remember when we're young. Know the years drawing now when I shall say I have no pleasure in them. While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, or the clouds return after their rain. In a day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look at the windows be what? Darkened. The grinding is few. The grinding is few, and those that look at the windows shall be darkened. Economy, crash, everything just crashing. Right? So this is happening now, but they need to give you the illusion. Yeah, they need to give you the illusion that that's not happening. They need to do that. So when you see the FedEx trucks, Amazon trucks, even your postal office, even your Royal Mail, right? They may not even have no mail. They may turn up there, post just a few things, go, do a bit of beeping. They're part of it. They're part of that surveillance. They're part of the system. They're part of the matrix. The FedEx companies, they're all a part of it. Right? Once you see that, woo, you really wake up to this truth. You're really able to wake up and see what's going on. Right? You're able to see past this world. And you do that, you're a big threat, a major threat, and you're able to wake up others. Right? You got, bro, there's so much things I've seen in the last month. Oh yeah, when you walk past him, please, walk slow. Walk slow as possible. What? To give you that illusion that everything's... Bro, these people are deceived. Right? This is what happens when you don't have Yahweh Shai. You're liable to that. Right? To do anything. So now I want to go back to this. Where was we? And yes, they have gang stalking apps. So you're thinking, how is this happening? They have apps, they have community apps. And bro, there's over 200 stalking apps. So it's easy for someone. You may have a narcissistic, bugged out neighbor, right? We're going to get into the high level of it, but you may have just a bugged out, jealous neighbor. He wasn't raised right by his father, and he may be obsessed with you. You have people like that are psychopaths. You have like serial killers, psychopaths that do these type of things, right? And it says Baba Kashar, they might have a gang stalking app, a stalking app to stalk what you're doing, right? And it's used to create social outcast. So anybody can do it. You can get these apps, right? And it's basically to create social outcasts. But that's good because the scripture says we are not of this world, right? You're losing, right? Everything you're doing is it's backfiring against you, okay? And it says, or so-called targeted individuals. This is why you get this term, because it's apps that can push forward that agenda. If someone don't like you, they can easily do it. Just like you're on Xbox, if someone don't like what you're doing on Xbox, they could report you, and you can get taken offline for a certain amount of time. Same way they can do with these apps, because you have hoe-ass, emotional-ass, narcissistic people that don't like the truth, right? And they add intel. They can add intel. They can add your photos. If your photo's on there, they could add anything to your photo, anything, right? They could just make up anything. And other people that are added, they can post anything to your photo. But guess what's going to happen to these individuals? They're going to be effing destroyed by Yahweh Shai. That's what they're going to be, destroyed by Yahweh Shai, right? The Lord set them up. See, they're thinking, yeah, we're in control. No, you're not in control. The Lord set you up big time to do that. Now, okay? Excuse me just a minute. So, I want to let the scriptures come out as well, because the scriptures is the main thing. We are not ignorant to Satan's devices. Yeah, these are devices, right? These are plots, these are schemes. And that's why you always got to be careful what you're doing on these devices, because anyone can tap into it. Get your location, your whereabouts, all these things, right? So I got this, I can see from a distance now, this lass. I'm looking at this lass. She's wearing pink, bright pink. Whether she was told to wear that color or not, I don't know, but bright pink. Remember, part of this program as well is to get you to notice people as well. It's a program. What's the program? The program is the system. That's the programming. The programming is the system. That is the program. Okay? And the people are set up around you to try and keep you in the program. The program is the matrix. The program is the matrix. That's the program. So, now I want to go to Psalm 33 and 10. All right. You're going to be surprised, bro. The level of technology and what they're able to do, it will surprise. We're going to get into it. 33 and 10. The Lord Yahweh shall bringeth the counsel, right? Key thing, counsel of the heathen to naught. He maketh the devices of the people of none effect. So ultimately, the devices of the heathen, they're going to be of none effect, and the counsel, it's going to be brought to naught eventually. Right? Let's continue on the next page now. Come on. So, it all begins with, now we're going to go to the higher levels of how this is actually operating, because you have spy apps, but we're talking about higher levels now of intel, right? It's called EMF scanning, right? So, the EMF, what's it linked with? The EMF. It has to be linked to some type of device, right? Yeah? Which device you're using. And not just that, a computer. And not just a computer, a network. What's the network? 5G. What do you think 5G is for? It's to network. So they have a network, they've built a network upon 5G, right? And with that network, there's something called interface, computer neural link interface, right? With what? We're gonna get to it, right? And each person has a unique set of frequencies, correct? Right? So these unique frequencies can be measured in real time. Okay, and it's linked in with the NSA and these the FBI, right? But they come under different terms and different names. Okay? And more so, higher up, it begins with the military. Okay? Because the military have offices and they have database and they have computers, right? Just like they didn't really need to go to war. They had computers, they were able to drop bombs, configuration. And they remotely read thoughts through artificial intelligence. That's how they're able to read thoughts, right? Artificial intelligence in real time. In real time. But remember, it's artificial. It's not completely accurate. It's artificial. It's copycat, right? Done through computers. So they would need a computer to do this particular thing. Okay? And they use NSA agents. Okay? National security agencies. And they scan frequency to pinpoint where the target may be. That's how they're able to find you in real time. They just pinpoint, right? Okay, how? Through scanning your frequency that they've measured up. How can they measure it? The only way they can do that is through the 5G and through your fingerprint. So they measure it through your fingerprint that you use on your devices. Okay? Because your phones, if you didn't know, they have fingerprint scan. And they have remote offices, right? To link it up with. And they know it's illegal. So what they're doing, they know it's illegal. But guess what? They've been doing this in the USA. To every US citizen, they've been doing, every US citizen. Not just the targeted individuals. Same in the UK. What do you think they're doing to people? It's the same thing they're doing now. But it's just that some are falling for it. And the difference, what's the difference between the targeted individual and everybody else that's out here in the world? They're falling for it, but you can see it, right? And that's what the difference is, okay? They know it's illegal, and that's why they hide it from the president, and they hide it from the president. They tell the presidents or the leaders it's for experimental use only. But hold on. So what they're doing is first of all, you have to consent for that to happen. So that's against the law. Yes, you can take them to court. If you have enough evidence, and guess what? They hate being on camera. I've seen videos don't take any, no bro, do that. Take as much footage as possible, right? But make sure you have the right footage. Right? As much footage get as much footage, right? You have a good lawyer. You may have a relative. I have a few relatives that are actual lawyers, high up there. So you take it to them, and in real time, bro, you can get this thing brought to court. I'm telling you, you can win that case, right? Just look. Don't be impulsive with it. Set the times. Write the times down, the dates, the cars, all of it, the people. Right? Because remember, they don't want to be noticed. They don't want to be seen. There's a reason why they do what they do and they jump in their cars and they hide their face, they put their hood on because they don't want to be seen. Because they know it's illegal what they're doing. It's not constitutional. Right? Yeah, they know they can get locked up. They can for several years for what they're doing. Right? Me personally, I don't really do all the video with. I've done it a couple of times. What's the response I had? Yeah, they hated it. They hated it. Why do you think the cars drive past so fast? Right? Past your house so fast because they don't want to be seen. Yeah, take license plate numbers, do all that. Right? You take this thing to court. And one may say, oh, he ain't gonna do anything. What, you wanna bet? If you want it really, you could. Being spiritual, you really want to leave it to Yahweh Shai. But if you really want to go the extra way and it's getting bad, you take this thing to court. Right? You write down the time so they come, all of it. Right? In real time. Right? And they know they're fucked. Pretty much. Okay? And it says Baba Kasha. Basically, if it's done for experimental uses, if you're experimenting on someone's brain, their mind, their body, you would need to ask them first. It's not constitutional. You can't just say, oh, we're doing it. You would need to ask first. So what they're doing, it's against the Constitution. That's why they have to keep it under the rugs. This is what's going on right now as we speak. So brothers, when you're looking at the gang stalking, why are people, there's like hundreds of people following, bro, they're being manipulated. They're under MK Ultra. This is MK Ultra. Okay? It's MK Ultra. Right? So try not to get too mad at them. And basically, this is it's horrible. They also neutralize your family members, right? By means of coercive, vicious tactics. They're able to do that. They're able to tap into their frequencies and manipulate them and turn them against you. But remember, this all goes back to Satan, right? This is done by what? Intelligence agencies. So yes, intelligence agencies are involved. They've had this technology for some time now. They're involved. Okay? They are involved. And they're doing everything to hide what they're doing. Because if they were caught, they know they'd be serving some serious times. Because this is crime against humanity. It's crime against humanity. Okay? But they cloak it as, they cloak this as, what's the word? Experimental use only. Right? That's how they cloak it. Right? And basically, this is being done by intelligence agencies, yes. You know the military planes that you see? Well, why do you think they're there? They're there to utilize signals. So they're utilizing signals. This is deep stuff. They're able to utilize them signals, right? Over the horizons, which is known as radar, catalog, right? Which is known as radar, catalog, okay? And track unique bioelectric resonance. So that's what they're doing, trying to track your resonance, okay? It sounds like something out of a movie. It's real. They've got this stuff. And it's called entrainment frequencies. All right, in real time. This tech allows NSA military organization which operates under expresses. So this is the military doing this. All right, brother. This is the military doing this. This is the military that are involved. Okay? Military planes utilize signals over horizons, radar, catalog, and track unique bioelectric resonance. So they're tracking your frequencies. Because they know what is our minds of? Electricity, right? It's sick. These are, you know why it's scary? Because these are psychopaths with this technology. That's why it's worrying. Because these are psychopaths with this technology. Okay? And it says Baba Kasha, and the tech allows what? The NSA military organization which operates under expresses of United States Department. But they can't let you know that. They can't let you know that. Right? They can't let you know that. Right? So they basically is hidden under terms of, what do we call it? Private sectors. And that's where you get your contractors now. So we said that under private sectors, right? Private sectors, work sectors, to carry out these operations, right? And that's why a lot of contractors, they're known as death dealers. Not all of them, not all contractors are, right? But bro, it's shady, right? Very, very shady, right? And with all this, what do they use? Torture. No touch. That's why they call the program No Touch Torture in real time. So if something happens, they say, well, there's where's your evidence? And that's why you gotta get onto it straight away and make people aware straight away. But this lesson's to make brothers aware, and ultimately you're covered by Yahweh Shai. So ultimately, whatever they do, it's of Yahweh Shai anyway, right? But that's why we need to be alert about what's going on. This is it's the military. It's the military, right? Straight up. These are military factions. These are military techniques. And you don't need to be no genius to know that, right? You don't need to be no genius, right? I know a little about the military, and these are military techniques. Straight up, from what I'm seeing, right? I don't know, I can't speak on it. I don't know if someone has put a contract out on you or what, but from what I see to brothers, yeah, that's what it looks like. So really, the thing, we want to tackle it through the spirit, and we want to get onto it straight away, so we can get these people locked up or get them running away. Because the more you expose this, the more they have to, act in secret. It's secretive. It's covert operations, right? It's covert. Okay. And it says Baba Kashar, the cars being parked, all of that. That's all covert. You may say, oh, why are they parking the cars? Why are they parking these different cars outside my house, outside my father's house, which is not really my house? I'm just a pilgrim, right? That's military. They've been told to do that. They've been programmed. That's military tactics, right? Or go in one end of the building and you stay at another end. That's military tactics, right? Straight up. And basically this, they use private sectors to perpetrate these crimes. Private sectors. So who are your private sectors? They're contractors. Because contractors, what do they deal with? 5G, BT, telecommunications. So they can use them as a cover-up. So now they're using these firms. You ain't able to trace it back to who's actually in charge. It's very discreet. Very discreet. Okay. And they wear their bright colours, but again, that's another tactic for again, brothers, I'm just trying to tell you all their techniques so you can overcome it. They wear their bright colours to try and sensitize you to colours. Right? So when you see a particular colour, you associate that colour with, I don't know, danger or an agent. That's why they do it. Right? Don't fall for it. Not everybody that wears red is an agent. Not everybody that wears red is to get you to think that. Right? So basically what they're trying to do is sensitize you to particular tactics and stimuli. Because the only way it works if they what? Do that. So they're using also, stimuli. You see the cars going past fast? That's stimuli. Right? Wave patterns, brain wave patterns. Yeah, these people are really, really demonic. Really demonic. But Yahweh Shai is going to deal with it. Okay? Because the funny thing about it, they're being manipulated. The ones that are doing these things, they're being manipulated. The thing is, you're targeted because it's not it doesn't work as easy on you as it does the others. That's why you're targeted, and really more so because you have the truth. That's why. And they want to shut you up. That's why these things are being done. Right? This is an operation. Okay? In terms of it, it's flawed. Now, the things they're doing, the technology, is it 100% accurate? No, it's not. It's flawed. Because our frequencies, especially in this truth, change from time to time. And Yahweh Shai ain't going to have no way is he going to have his elect controlled by a frequency. No way is he going to allow that to happen. So that's why you really need to be strong in your faith, in your belief system. Okay? And it says, Baba Kishar. And it's flawed. Basically, this is someone that's worked in the military that's telling us this. Right? It's flawed. The feedback is based on emotional responses. Right? It's based on emotional responses. Can't forget that. So another thing is, this technology, how does it work? Right? Through emotions. So brothers that are watching this, you know, when certain things are being done, remember, they need to get your attention. Remember, be careful as well. You know, you're looking into the screen, they have your frequencies up on that screen. They have you on a virtual reality. So when you're emotional, when someone does something, they're able to take them readings and associate that emotion with you. So that's why certain people, they're told, do this, do that, because someone may have done something to you, and you had an emotional response, and according to that emotional response, right, that gave them the idea, all right, do this works, that works. So they're processing your thoughts on these devices, right? And that's how they're told, well, do this, do that, through an emotional response. So that's why they so badly need your attention to see if this technology is actually working. So yes, most of the population is being tested like guinea pigs. This is what's going on. This is what your taxpayers' money is going to, right? Okay? This is what is going on, right? And this is your modern day security. Your security firms, they're a part of this as well. Okay? This is what your money's going on. Your hard-earned money. To spy on you. To experiment on you. To experiment on you. So-called experiment. Right? To control you. You're finding this going on MK Ultra, how to manipulate. And nobody wants to speak about it because there's a hive mentality. Oh no, the all-seeing eye. We best not speak about that. Fuck out of here. Yeah, it's based on emotional responses. So what do? You don't act emotionally. Right? Yeah, when you're doing these videos, there's someone on the other side, right, that's reading your responses. And another thing as well is you could be the thoughts, all right. They transplant thoughts, certain thoughts, right? Oh, certain thoughts they can transport, right? But we know, right? We have our own thoughts. We have the thoughts, and the scriptures, Jeremiah 17:9, the heart is desperately wicked and deceitful. And be careful, because they could try to get you caught up by, you may have had a sexual thought, right? A not so good thought, and someone can say, now, based off of that, we're gonna monitor you now, and we're gonna try to lock you up or whatever, based on that off thought you had. When the scripture says the mind is desperately deceitful and wicked. So this is how it also works as well. Be very careful. So you have a woman with a big butt, a nice ass. You're looking at that woman, you get a hard on, right? Now, because you got a hard on, the technology can pick that up, right? And now they say, oh, boy, that's sexual harassment. He's a bit of a perv. Bro, The woman just walked past, nice ass. You're not, as a man, you just got a hard on. Now they're gonna try and link that. Oh no, we need to keep an eye on him. So this is, it's criminal what they're doing. It's criminal. It's criminal what they're doing. It's manipulation. Okay? In the highest form. Be very aware. And be alert. And now you know this. Now you know what to do. Yeah, brothers, all you brothers, your resonance is being measured when you're doing these videos. Right? They're linking you to, what do you call it? They're linking you to the metaverse, as they would call it. Right? But ultimately, if you're in your Habashai's hands, you're fine, you're alright. Okay? Excuse me just a minute. So it says Babakashah. Yeah, it's all based off emotional responses of the target. Right? So it's based on your response, what you do, how you react. Why do you think the people get so pissed off as well when you don't give them no type of reaction or no response? Don't give them a response. And it can't really differentiate between a thought and an actual thought. Quick thoughts, actual thought, it can't do that, right? So it's not 100% accurate. Because if it was, then they'd be using this for lie detector tests. But they can't because it's not 100% accurate. Okay? So, I want to go to, and you know what? I'm not gonna give it away, but guess what? I found out there's a particular app. Yes, there's an app where you can find out who's actually stalking you in your local area. I'm gonna take a look at the app. You can actually find out how far they are, right? But I don't want to be a stalker like the stalkers. But you can find out who's hacking you, who's stalking. You can do that, right? I believe I already know those that are in my community that are a part of this. I'm not gonna give out. I don't need to do that because there were certain things I saw years ago that were just not right. Right, but the Lord's going to deal with them. You know, the Lord's judging them now. Right? He's probably plaguing them, bugging them out. Okay. So really leave it into your Habashai's hand. But that's why you got to be careful what you're doing online, because there's creeps out there, there's weirdos. Right? That do these type of things. Right? It's like stalking is what? It's obsession, right? Stalking is obsession. It's demonic. Ain't nothing come righteous about stalking. Yahushua was stalked. The prophets were stalked. It's demonic. Right? And what does that tie back to? Ephesians. Right? First of all, it starts off in the spiritual realm. Right? We get stalked in the spiritual realm. Go to Ephesians 6. And I want to start at 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong. So we have to be strong. Right? In the Lord Jehovah and the power of his might. Because we know this word is powerful. Right? Put on the whole armor of the Most High. All of it. Right? Put on the whole armor. All. That you may be able to what? Stand against the wiles of the devil. Wiles. Right? What's them wiles? His tricks. Okay. There's some bugged out. I'm thinking that so-called Nigerian, bugged out Nigerian, across the road. You think? And again, yeah, they have people moving around you in apartments. They get free living, food. They made some GMO food, right? And they're under MK Ultra, and you have their children under MK Ultra, sit there all day monitoring you. Say, useless. That's MK Ultra. that's because the mind control, it worked on them. right? They didn't have anything to fend it off, and really, that's just demons, right? They have these devices. They have what do you call it? I forgot what it's called. You know how you have a subwoofer and so forth, and you have a mic. They have these things, the mic, where they're able to communicate to you, but that's just demons. That's all it is, and they're able to communicate to you over the device. Acoustic. That's it. Again, this is another military device, acoustic, right? So they use an acoustic, right, to communicate with you through your house. If you have a satellite, well, that links in with the satellites, right? Oh, am I hearing voices? No, you're not. No, you're not. Right? You're not hearing. You're not hearing. Well, you are, but it's through what? Signals and transmissions. And the only way them transmissions can be given off if it's linked up to something. That's the only way it works. Right? So, bro, I'm giving you all this information so you know what's going on and you know how to deal with this. Okay? And it says Baba Kasha. And yet, I understand. At the end of the day, you're a contractor, you're just doing your job. I understand, but people don't need to know the truth. I understand you're doing your job, but you need to have a bit of integrity about yourself. Right? Because you're harming people. That's what you're doing. And is it really worth that money? There's no worth of money to do that. Unless you just have no morals, no integrity. Right? Now I understand the 5G network is to link up. Some people say, well, it's for faster connection. Rubbish. Yeah, we need it. Just to speed up. That's rubbish. Right? That's rubbish. Okay? It's not being used for that. It's used to link people up and to monitor them and to control them for mind control. Because even with 3G, the connection was so fast anyway. Even when you didn't have 3G, the connection was still alright. That's rubbish, right? What's it gonna be next? 6G? And it says Baba Kasha. Check this out. Ephesians 6:11. Put on the whole armor of the Most High. This is why we need the armor. Spiritually. The only way we fight this is in the spirit. Right? Put on the whole armor that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood. Key points. Yeah. Alright. And yet, can they make you feel pain? Yes, they can. Yes, they can. Right? But the scripture says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood. So this is really deeper with what you see. Now, is the devil using people to use his technology again? Yes, he is. But it's deeper than the flesh and blood. Right? And the military, and not just the military, but I'm speaking about the military. They follow a Luciferian agenda. They believe in black magic, right? Right? And they deal with what? Go to it. Bear me just a minute. But against principalities. So you do know the military also deal with principalities as well, right? They deal with principalities. They deal with cosmic powers, right? They deal with cosmic powers. What do you think the military have? What do you think satellites are? Huh? What do you think drones are? Huh? These laboratories. So they also deal with the spiritual as well. Believe it or not. And it says, right, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, the chief spirits, right? And the military, they've seen a lot more than what the average person has seen. They've seen a lot. Check out Area 51. You forgot about that Area 51 underground bases, right? Bro, they have helicopters. They have jet planes. They see a lot more than what we see, right? They've seen chariots. They've seen the angels, right? They've seen a lot, right? There's a lot of things they've seen, right? But that they're not going to tell you. It's confidential, secret, confidential information, right? For them only, right? Some of these things are not even showing to the Prime Minister, to the government. For them only, okay? For them only, okay? And there's more. Bear me just a minute. Come on. And against powers. So what powers? They deal, in a new translation, it says cosmic powers. So what do you think the military, they're dealing with cosmic powers? The DARPA program, right? The HARP. There's certain things they can manipulate. But it's manipulation of what? Elements. That's how you know it's what? Magic. So they deal with the military deal with magic as well. Because there's manipulation involved in it, right? They can do certain things to manipulate the weather patterns as well. But there's a limitation, okay? And it says, and against the rulers of darkness of this world. So that's what we're against. The rulers of darkness of this world, man. So how do we fight that? With the scriptures, all right? And every time we apply the scriptures, they get attacked spiritually, all right? Okay. And physically. And against the rulers of darkness of this world. Who are the rulers of darkness of this world? We know it begins with the elite. It begins Satan first, because everything is in the spiritual. Then you have, I believe it's what, the elites, right? Then you have the witches, the warlocks, the priests. Then you have the military. Remember, this is a pyramid hierarchy. Then you have the military. Then you have I think it's the Council of Foreign Relations. Then you have, I hope I'm saying it in the right order. Then after that you have who else? The governments, right? Right? And lower level, so like the Masons and the governments and the lower level. Underneath that, the teachers, bankers, school, all of that, right? And that's how it works. So you wonder why, the targeting. You wonder why all these things happening, because it's a pyramid scheme. They're a part of the beast. Because if they don't do it, guess what? They're afraid they'll be targeted as well. Everybody's involved. Yes, the bus driver with his dumbass. The bus drivers, they're all involved. Your train drivers, right? Yeah, before you even get there, they're alarmed. Yeah, it's spiritual, but there's a systematic element to it as well. And that's the program. Because the program is the system. That's why everywhere you go, it's there. That's the network, right? It's there. No matter where you go. You could flee to another place, it will still be there. Because this is happening everywhere. Gang stalking is become a worldwide phenomenon. More people are finding out about it. So the more people find out about it, right, the more they're going to have to close this thing down. I'm telling you, they don't want you to know about this. Be careful of the fake TIs. Because most of the fake TIs, they're flipping New Agers. They're New Agers. Most of the so-called fake TIs, they are the gang stalkers. They are the gang stalkers. They've been gang stalking you for a long time. And a lot of them are part of the New Age community. Right? Don't fall for the rubbish. Okay. And me, even if I wanted to join the military, I don't think they wouldn't let me join anyway. They wouldn't let me join. Because in order for you to join the military, you have to be, first of all, you have to be juiced in, right? And they have a brotherhood, but you have to be a team player, right? And not that I'm a team player, but you know what I'm saying. They don't really like lone soldiers in the military, right? But anyway, and against spiritual wickedness in higher places. So that's what we're against. Spiritual wickedness in higher places. High in the heavens. Always remember first, excuse me, this is always spiritual. Always remember, this is always spiritual. Always spiritual. Before anything happens in the physical, Yahushua needs to give it that green light in the spiritual. Look what happened to Job. Job was being tested. Right? Remember, this is a test. Right? So certain things are going to happen. But remember what was happening with Job? His flesh he got put to the test, but Satan can only do what was allowed for him to do. So we got to look at this trial in the same way. Right? In that same way. Okay? So, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High. Everything. You may have been praying 5 times a day. Pray 10 times a day now. Even more. That you may be able to withstand in the evil day. And haven't done all to stand. Let's make sure we've done all we can to stand. This spiritual warfare is getting intense now. It's getting really intense. Right? So we need to put up them prayers to Yahushua. Right? Put up them prayers. For whatever attack, for the attacks we get, right? The angels are there to what? Ward off the attack and attack them. So the more they attack us, the more Yahushua can use the angels to attack them. Okay? Remember, they get punished. When they don't serve Satan or when they fail their mission, they get punished. Right? When we pray, they get punished in the spirit. Okay? Satan punishes them, chastises them. I'm talking about, the witches, the warlocks, right? The Magi's, right? All the people that are involved in this gang stalking program. Some people are doing it unaware of what they actually signed up for. Some people just don't know. Okay? And it says, stand therefore having your loins girt about with truth and having on the breastplate of righteousness. Girt about with truth. And this word is truth. So that's what we need to be girt with. Right? There's particular weapons they use as well. They do all types of shit. Right? They break into your home. Some of them jump over. Some of them take dumps and shits in places that you were. These are grotesque individuals. These are like Satanists. They take dumps, or they get their children to take a shit where you were standing. Hey, it's horrible, man. They try to put curses up on your food, so be careful what you're eating. Pray over your food as well every time you eat. What else do? They do a lot of stuff. If they can influence your family, they try and turn your family against you. They do that. Remember, we're dealing with Masons, witches, warlocks, right? Those are part of culverts, churches. Yeah, the churches are involved as well, right? It's the same people that go into church claiming to believe. They're doing a lot of this wickedness, right? Your videos as well. They watch your videos, right? They try to cough over it, hoping that you would get sick. It's just dumb. These are like reprobate behaviors. Reprobate behavior. They're doing all types of stuff, right? What else? They're praying to their idols to have you destroyed. Revelations, it says that the accuser of our brethren night and day. That's why they're watching you. Esau, puts them in different flats, have them around these new ages, right? Has them set up around you, right? Watching you 24/7. They change shifts, right? Maybe a blue Mini Cooper. They change that blue Mini Cooper. Maybe a black Volkswagen, right? Maybe a silver Ford Fiesta. Like I said, you could start videoing, right? Taking pictures and gathering up that evidence. right? Because you can't just present it. Remember, it's covert warfare. You can't just say to someone, look, there's a car out there. They change and they're doing this, they're doing that. Because the average person say, bro, I can't see nothing. What are you talking about? It's covert. Because you're so powerful, because you see, that's what they need to do. Because they're so spiritually they're weak-minded. That's what they need to do. They need to attack you covertly, right? They need to use acoustic sound systems. This is how powerful you are. And because you have influences, because what you're speaking about as well. So all these things, it's being sent your way, right? While they're already programmed, but it's being sent your way, right? So I hope this helps with brothers, right? You're indoors, you may hear a buzzing sound, right? That's part of that frequency resonance, right? Within your household, right? That buzzing sound, right? That's basically, basically that's a psychopath that's trying to influence you and those that are within your household, right? Because I've been in the house, I'm not going to tell you how long I've been in the household, a little while now, and that sound was never there. It was never there. And they can have it as a subtle sound and they can turn it up. Remember, it's 5G. They can turn it up, they can turn it down, where it's just a little sound, right? But what effect is that having on the human body? It must have an effect. It must. Because it's frequencies that's being used. And yes, they can it works on cities, it works on towns, right? They can have a whole city and a town depressed just by this technology. I hope you're being edified. I hope you are being edified, right? You know, when you see people, I'll give you as much as advice as possible. You know, when you see people as well, let me check my battery. Yeah, still got a bit of time. You know, when you see people, they look at their phone and they look straight at you. They look at their phone and they look at you. That's another tactic, a psychological tactic. Like, what are they looking at on their phone? Sometimes it's just nothing. Sometimes it's an alert that they've been given about you. That's another thing, right? They've done this, right? And some of these people don't even know who you are, right? These are, again, military tactics, right? Because I've seen certain women, they just get a notification as soon as you ride past them or walk past them. They're getting this notification, and they're looking at you, but they're looking bedazzled. So they don't even know what's really going on. They've just been given what's the word? They've just been given a notification saying, "Oh, this guy might be a danger. He's a nuisance," or whatever. That's what they've been given, right? And they act upon it, and that's it, right? Bro. These are zombies. You know them zombie films? They're zombies. They're Walking Dead. Right? And they're playing into it. Right? They're playing right into it. But this is why this lesson's done, to warn you. So once you hear this lesson, you should say, well, maybe I should stop doing that. But these people, they're not really wise. Right? And even someone that does that, they need permission to do that. Even people that are doing that, they need permission to do that, right? They can't just do that. But that's why, remember, these people hide themselves. They hide, right? Because if you find out and you get enough people, right, and show them, don't be erratic, and you show them what's going on, you have enough evidence, they're going to have to shut that down. They're going to have to shut that down straight away. Okay? So come on now. And they're using these stupid assholes as well, these everyday individuals, to get involved. You know, because it gives them a sense of power. It gives them a sense of fake power. You know, do you want to join in? And that's why, again, you're seeing all these dog walkers, you know? Do you want to be a part of it? And people are just complying. because they're none less the wise. Okay? But then now you join in. Now they got something over you now. Okay? That's why you got to be wise. And having done all to stand therefore with your loins girt about the truth, having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Alright? You may be on laptop or whatever, you feel some itching, your eyes burning, get off it straight away. Put some water on your face. Bro, they can do that. Right? If your device is heating up, that's because someone's already hacked into your device. That's why your device is heating up. So many different tactics I'm telling you about. That's why your device is heating up. If your battery's running, alright, you filled up your battery's running low, that's because someone's hacked into your device. That's why. Right? All these tactics. But remember, this is spiritual. And really, you may say, why are we up? Bro, the only reason we're using these devices is to push this word forth. That's the only reason. Right? But soon, we ain't going to be no longer on these devices, and that's going to be a beautiful time. Beautiful time. Right? But before that happens, they're trying to get track everybody's frequency. Right? Right? And it's interesting because I'm recognizing a lot of faces, a lot of people, all right? A lot of jujus going on. But again, juju, bro, it really has no effect against the Lord's servants, right? People are wicked, man. Things that they're doing, right? But it's like they have no conscience. It's like their conscience has been stripped from them, right? That's why you got to hold on to your soul, your spirit. And that is your essence. And basically, that's what Esau wants. That's what he wants. Right? He wants your soul. He wants your essence. Via 5G. Right? That's what he wants. And they've had this technology for quite some time now. Quite some time. Right? 1940s. Even before that. Right? They've had it for some time, right? So, and it says, above all, taking the shield of faith. So, faith is our shield. That's what's going to defend us from these attacks, right? Where we shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, right? All the fiery darts. And then fiery darts are coming through many avenues, many ways. So the only way we're quenching it is through this truth, right? That's the only way. Most of these people, they're part of covens. They're witches, they're warlocks, they're masons. Can't you see that? Right? And the Lord's gonna deal with them. Those that took gift cards, cars, those that sold you out for a bit of money, the Lord just going to deal with them. They need to report back to their handler. Right? Bro, most of them, they don't even want to go for walks. They're told to do that. They have to. Because if they don't, they get replaced. Right? They get replaced. They have to do it. What a horrible life. And for them, what a horrible life. And at the end of it, Satan's just going to disregard them. Right? Oh no, they get goodies, they get the cars, they get all that. But, well, Yahweh doesn't respect them. Right? Yahweh's going to destroy them. Right? Looking simple as hell. Right? And there's a difference between being busy and acting busy. Huge difference. Huge difference between being busy and acting busy. You can act busy, but really you're not busy. And that's what most people do. They act like they're busy. Oh, that was such hard work. No, you were just acting, you were just taking your time, acting like you were busy. Oh yeah, it's going to be interesting. The things that happen, it's going to be interesting. I'm noticing it with all different brothers in the truth. That's why I'm doing this lesson. So you can overcome the wicked one, the enemy. Right? That's why I'm doing this lesson. So you can identify these tactics. right? So you can clock on to these tactics. Okay? And it says, Baba Kasha. And above all, taking a shield of faith, where you should be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. Shield of faith. So, remember, the reason why, bro, the reason why there's so much witches, warlocks coming up against you is to attack your faith. Because they know if they can attack your faith, then they have a chance of overcoming you. So we have to keep our faith high. Yes, you're going to be followed. You're driving. They're going to cut you off. They're going to push in front of you. They're going to try to slow you down. Right? You go to a bus stop. There's going to be people there waiting for you. Right? Talking smack. Right? Doing hand gestures. Right? You go to a train station. They're going to slow it down. They're going to talk smack. They're told to do that. Because they're scared if they don't do that, they're going to be targeted. Right? They didn't have integrity. You did. Right? You had integrity. You have something that they don't have. You're one of a kind. You are the X-Men. You are the Marvel. Super Marvel. That's why they go, and you know what they're going to do? They're going to follow you around. That's what they're going to do. Right? They have no trace. They're going to follow you around. You are the star. Right? Acting like the power is in their hand. The only power that they have is the power that you give them. Right? You go somewhere, oh, they're in this corner, they're in that corner. That's an illusion. They have you thinking they're everywhere. It's called the mason. It's called masonry. Right? That's what it's called. It's called the hive mindset. Right? So that's what the battle is. The battle is. It's everything. It's spiritual. It's technology. It's everything in one. Right? It's your military. It's your police forces. It's your ambulances. It's your construction workers. Sometimes it's your own family. It's walkers. It's fake joggers. It's dog walkers. It's it's everything. And it's all coming your way. Now, how do you deal with it? Through the scriptures. That's the only way. Right? That's the only way. And it's designed, what is it designed to do? To destroy you. Right? It's designed to rush you. Right? And another thing as well, don't rush. Take your time. Don't rush. They're trying to give you an early demise. Don't rush. Take your time. Or they come into the stores. Yeah, they want you to rush. They want you to be in a state of panic. That's why you need to breathe. Breathe in, breathe out. Practice them breathing techniques. They want you to be scared of them. But really, they're scared of you. They're scared of Yahushua. You're scared of some demons. Right? That are being controlled and manipulated by higher demons of this realm. It's masonry that you're against. That's what you're coming up at. And all types of wickedness. Right? That's why you can't, it's not just, when you see it, it's not just one thing. It's not just one nation. If you notice that, you can't really say with the gang stalking, it's just, alright, it's just Esau, it's just the so-called white people. It's not just so-called white people. It's everyone that's juiced in. Everyone. So it's your own people that are involved. Okay? It's so Indians that are involved. Yep, a lot of Indians. Japanese, so-called Japanese, I use them terms. They're all involved. It's everybody that's involved in the fraternity, lodges, churches. They're all involved. Now do you see why they have to do what they have to do? Because they're sworn under what? An oath. Right? So when they take that oath and part of them lodges, they have to do what their leader of that lodge tells them what to do. Or they may cut up their body parts and hide it into what? What different places. Right? All that rubbish, man. Which the base they got, that all goes back to an ancient Babylon mystery school. Right? So these people, they've kept an oath. Yeah, I wish I knew this when I was, but it doesn't matter. Now you know now what's going on. So you're able to see it and say, well, really, you're able to see what's going on and laugh. Right? You're able to laugh at it, right? And see right through the deception. Because that's exactly what it is. Deception. Right? All the hand signs, the gestures, the technique, you're able to see through that. Okay? And it says, Baba Kashar, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit. So how do we fight back? Through the sword of the Spirit. Apply the scriptures to your situation, to what you're going through. Right? Which is the sword of the Spirit. What's the sword of the Spirit? This word. That's the sword. Now, is every single person you see a part of it? Not everybody, but I'm going to tell you, excuse me, I got the hiccups. But I'm going to tell you this. Most, I know it's sad, but most people are involved. Not all, most. Right? Why? Because most people are a part of what? Satan's kingdom. And these fraternities. That's why I say it's most. It's not all, most. Okay? So is there anything else? Pretty much got the main points out. Just checking if there's anything else. That's pretty much it. But now you know why everything is happening, why people have been acting strange. Well, because they're under the MK Ultra. It's worked on them. Okay. Right? Or because they're part of a lodge and they've given themselves over to what? Hypnotism and so forth in order for supernatural powers. Right? So that's why these things are happening in real time. And remember, when you're doing these videos, if you're doing a video, you're on camera, practice emotional intelligence, because that's what it picks up on. And they gather that data. So whatever gets you annoyed, right? Whatever gets you annoyed, that's what they're able to use against you, right? Remember, this is a mental mapping of you. How are they able to trace you? How are they able to follow you? Oh, you've turned off your phone. They're still able to do that. Why? Because they could just send a helicopter, a plane, what, to tap in your resonance, your frequency, right? And that's how they're able to track you in real time, right? Even when your phone's off. Okay. So with this, I hope this is edifying. I hope I brought out all the main points. And until the next time, Shalom to the hopeful elect across the globe. Shalom.